Welcome guys, it's happy to have you on board. And if it's your first time, consider subscribing. There's great content on the way and hit the bell notification so that you don't miss anything. There are many software options for creating and using spreadsheet. Google Sheet is a highly functional, free option with many features you'd find in a commercial desktop application. However, if you plan on using spreadsheet in your business, you almost certainly are using Microsoft Excel, the most popular spreadsheet software, and is used by many, if not most, business to build spreadsheet and to do data analysis and visualization. Excel is not only popular, but it's also very powerful. It can hold more data than free options like Google Sheets and includes many powerful functions that business and data analysts need. We'll be using Excel for the intermediate and advanced spreadsheet courses here at CodeBig. And I recommend that you purchase a copy of Excel if you don't already have one. Sometimes Excel comes pre-installed on new computers, so check to see if you already have a copy of Excel. In the next few minutes, I'll take you through a quick tour of Excel for both Mac and Windows systems. So let's get started. Business applications, Windows is far and away the most dominant operating system. If you're on Windows, please do check in the description below for the exact time where I take you through the Windows version of the Excel. Okay, if you're still with me, you're probably a Mac user. I am too. Let me take you through a tour of the Excel interface. So here we are looking at a blank spreadsheet in Excel. You can see the basic tabular format, columns and rows. Also, there's a sheet down below. We can add more sheet by clicking the plus button, or we can go to the menu bar, scroll to insert sheet. This is a good time to call one of the biggest difference between Excel on Mac versus a PC. You can see on a Mac that not every item has a keyboard shortcut. On a PC, they will. This means that if you're a power user of Excel, chances are you could get things done much more quickly on a PC than a Mac. Okay, so we have the menu bar at the top of the screen with the application menu. Then below that, on the actual Excel interface, at the top, there is what we call the quick access toolbar. By default, it should have the file, the save, undo and repeat commands available. If you click this arrow on the right to customize your quick access toolbar, I'll talk more about that in a few minutes. Then below the quick access toolbar, we have what is called the reading in Excel. It is made up of different tabs that each have their own toolbar. So these are the tabs in the ribbons, and then below them we have their toolbar. So for example, if I click on the data tab in the ribbon, you can see this is where there are the sort and filter options and other features or commands related to data analysis. Under the view, you can freeze pans or set page layout. You can also adjust the zoom level of your spreadsheet, which is helpful sharing a spreadsheet on a video call. Sometimes you need to make it bigger for others. Below the toolbar, we have the formula bar. Excel has a ton of features and commands and also give you several different options to customize the software for your needs. In just a few seconds, I'll briefly cover some of the customization options available. In future courses, we'll cover more of the features and commands available to you in Excel. Some of you may be wondering why my ribbon has the developer tab in it and yours does not. Well, it is because the view isn't set by default. If you go up to the menu bar and select Excel Preferences Note, the keyboard shortcut command, there on the right, we get to go to the Excel Preferences window. Here you can change your default setting to suit your needs. For example, if I click the ribbon and the toolbar, I can change which tabs are visible in the ribbon. This is also where I can change what commands appear in the quick access toolbar. So, for example, I would deselect developer in the view. Save down here at the bottom, close this down and look, tabs are gone, but I want them there. So I'm going to go back and add them. View, developer and save. Another cool thing is that I can also create. There are a lot of other customization options. For example, if you go to the general, then you can change whether or not you want to have centimeter, millimeter. Basically, get off the imperial system and go to the metric system. As you continue to use Excel, you may find yourself having to repeatedly change certain format or setting. Good sign for you to consider changing your preferences. I want to leave you with two of my favorite keyboard shortcuts that are unique to Excel on Mac. The first is the Control U. This allows you to get to the formula bar from the cell you're in and start editing. So, unlike Sheets, if you press Enter, it's going to go to the next cell below it. But if you press Control U, you can see there I am in the formula bar. The next keyboard shortcut I want to share with you is the Command. This allows you to make an absolute reference to the cell. So just for example's sake, I'm going to put a couple of numbers in here. And then I'm going to make a relative reference. And now I'm going to make an absolute reference to the cell E5. So I'm holding Command and you can see it makes it absolute. But I can cycle through it, so it's not just both column and rows. It can also be either or. So if I press T again, you can see it goes to the row. If I press T again, it goes to the column. So watch, I'm still holding the command and just pressing T, and it's cycling through the different absolute. Most people using Excel will be on a PC. We will be using the PC version of Excel for all our future courses on data analysis. Let me take you through a brief tour of the Excel interface. So here we are looking at a blank spreadsheet in Excel. You can see the basic tabular format of rows and columns. There's a sheet down below. We can add more sheet by clicking the plus or by going to the Insert command on the Home tab and scrolling down. Notice that in parentheses there is a keyboard shortcut of F11 to add the sheet that way. At the top of the Excel interface, there is what we call a quick access toolbar. By default, it should have the save, undo and repeat command available. If you click this arrow on the right, you can customize the quick access toolbar. You can click the different commands that you want to add. So then we have what is called the ribbon in Excel. There is the Insert tab, the Page Layout tab and so forth. Each of these tabs have their own toolbar beneath it. For example, if I click on the Data tab and the ribbon beneath it, the Data toolbar. And this is where you can see the sort command and the filter command and other features and commands related to data analysis. Under the View tab, you can freeze spans or page layout. You can adjust the zoom level as well. This is really helpful when you are on a video call and are sharing your screen with someone. Then we have the formula bar below the toolbar. Excel has a ton of features and commands. It also gives you several different options for your needs. In just a few seconds, I'll briefly cover some of the customization options. In the future courses, features and commands available to you in Excel. Some of you might be wondering why my ribbon has the developer cabinet and yours does not. Well, it is because the view isn't set by default. If you click on the File tab and then go to the options down at the bottom, this is where you can change the default setting and customize Excel to suit your needs. For example, if I click the Customize ribbon, I can change what tabs are visible and what commands are on those tabs. Here, the developer is checked. If I uncheck it and let me just remove the view as well and then click OK, now you can see those tabs are removed from the ribbon, but I want those on there. So I'm going to go back and add them back in. You can also create your own custom tabs here by adding a new tab and then creating a group of commands underneath. There's another way that you can change the preferences as well. So if I go to the general, I can change the office theme color, for example. There are a lot of customization options. As you continue to use Excel, you may find yourself having to repeatedly change certain format or settings. This is a good sign for you to consider changing your preferences. My favorite feature by far for Excel on a PC is the robust keyboard shortcut function. You can get to almost any command using the keyboard shortcut. So if I press Alt, you can see a bunch of letters pop up across the different tabs. Those are the keyboard shortcuts. Let's go back and change our theme again using only keyboard shortcuts. So I have pressed Alt. I press the F to go to the file. You can see that if I wanted to go to the page layout, I'd press P. But we want to go to the option settings, so I'm gonna press Alt, then F. Again, there are all these letters as shortcut. I'm gonna go to the option and it says T. Here we are in this window and you can see the underlined letters signify. So if you wanted to change the show mini toolbar on selection, I'd press Alt and then M. And you can see that without using my mouse, I was able to change that setting. I've just added it back. But we want to change the theme. So if we look down here, we can see the office theme. T is the keyboard shortcut. So I press Alt and then T. So now it has that selected. If I press the up arrow, and here I can go and I can change it. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to go back to the colorful written, and this robust keyboard shortcut functionality means you can speed up your workflow by avoiding using your mouse. As you use Excel, try to memorize the shortcut for commands you use a lot. It's even better if you can get in a habit of starting by pressing the Alt to navigate around the spreadsheet instead of using your mouse. I have heard some of the investment banking analyst programs requiring the analysts don't use the mouse as a part of their training. I want to leave you with my favorite shortcut for Excel on a PC, which is the paste special. So I'm just gonna create a very simple formula here. 4 plus 4. You know that's 8, obviously. So I use paste special all the time, and I'm just gonna copy this 8. And then the shortcut for paste special is Alt, then E, and then press S. And this gets us to the paste special. Then you can see there's all the different versions of it. But each of these has underlined letters which will allow you to continue with the shortcut. So I'm gonna escape and then just show you this real quick again. Copy this 8 and then I'm gonna paste the value here. So the paste special value is press Alt, then E, then S, and followed by V. And press written for OK, and you can see that we have pasted the value and not the formula. Looking back, we have come a long. Thanks for following along the video. You could always show your support by liking the video, sharing and subscribing, or by heading over to patreon.com/CodeBig. You can find a link to this in the description below. If you still have any doubts, you can always ask us out on Quora or on our Team CodeBig subreddit. Thank you guys, hope you have a great day, keep coding big, keep having fun, and see you in the next video.